Hey, welcome YouTubers. The following is a short presentation from a group of Texas Christian University students studying under the Masters in Supply Chain program. This video is from the 2018 study abroad trip to Asia, where we visited the cities and countries of Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, and Shanghai, China. The focus and purpose of this presentation is on what we saw and experienced in terms of infrastructure and corporate social responsibilities from the company visits and the exciting city tours. Alright, starting with Vietnam's infrastructure, much of their transportation network was originally developed under French rule to facilitate the transportation of raw materials. A massive reconstruction and modernization effort took place after the Vietnam War. Vietnam operates 21 civil airports, including 10 international terminals and gateways. Bicycles, motor scooters, and motorcycles are the most popular forms of road transportation in Vietnam's urban areas, with ownership of privately owned automobiles being on the rise, especially within larger cities such as Ho Chi Minh City. Public buses owned by private companies are the main mode of long-distance travel for most of the population. Road safety is a serious concern in Vietnam, where on the average 30 people are killed on the road every day. Traffic congestion is also a problem in urban areas as cities struggle to cope with the growth in automobile use. The Mekong Delta and Red River Delta are vital to Vietnamese society as most of the population lives along or near these river deltas. Water supply and sanitation in Vietnam include both achievements and challenges. An increase in access to treated metered water developed between 1990 and 2010. However, water pollution, poor service quality, and insufficient cost recovery still remain. In Vietnam, several companies are working to improve the culture and social responsibility as it transitions to global standards. Scancom, Intel, and Esquel are three firms we visited looking to tackle this challenge. Scancom, which manufactures outdoor furniture and whose motto is doing business the right way, uses 100% FSC hardwood and takes responsibility for developing contract manufacturers locally and conducting annual audit. Esquel has transformed working condition beliefs as a garment industry by providing facilities with air conditioning, automated machinery, and assembly line organization. Intel is working with local colleges to create innovative thinking classes geared towards engineering and technology, which has been a gap in the Vietnamese education system. Also, Intel is working with local governments to expand the transportation system to minimize bottlenecks within shipping and receiving, as well as air and boat travel.
Intel Vietnam equates to about 18 to 19% of the export value here in Ho Chi Minh City. So we play a pretty big part in the city's export value. So we try to be a really good partner with the government.
And now to discuss China's infrastructure, which contrary to Vietnam, is catered to cars and not motorbikes. China has sophisticated roadways that exist within the cities. However, rural areas in China are still in need of refined road systems. Public transportation is also heavily utilized to commute in and out of the city, and the use of high-speed bullet trains connect major cities and airports within China. Skyrise apartment complexes are constantly being built through government works programs to accommodate the increasing urban populations, and government subsidies are pushing for electric vehicles to help reduce pollution. And with that being said, let's hear from our local tour guide and sister Fei Fei.
Because in Shanghai, license is so expensive, the government tried to encourage more people to buy hybrid or electrical car. If you buy a hybrid car or electrical car, you can get a free license. You don't need to pay any money. Like the license with white and the green you saw just now is a hybrid car or electrical car. But now it seems it's also getting more and more difficult to get the hybrid car because it's both for petrol and electrics. So in the past, when the government first developed it, it's pretty easy. You apply for that, you can get it. But now first, you have to install something. You have to prove you have a place to charge in the place where you live. But now in lots of the old living community, it's not possible.
Thanks,
to install
Feifei.
something to
And
charge
because
that.
China has
Before,
such
it's
high
easy, but now it's
population
getting more and
densities
more
with over
difficult.
30 million people in Shanghai alone and pollution issues in many cities, corporations such as the ones we visited, including General Motors, Wuxi Biologics, and Team Bishan, are taking on this social responsibility to protect the environment. General Motors, for example, has begun the Race to Zero initiative, urging all companies to adopt zero carbon, zero waste practices. GM envisions a future with zero crashes, zero emissions, and zero congestions, and by 2023, GM will introduce 20 all-electric vehicles. Okay, so to wrap things up, we hope you enjoyed this presentation, and my colleagues and I would like to thank Kent Tay, Gina Proctor, Renee Descoq, Edgar Dukes, Jason McKelvey, and Peter Shen. And to our guides, Miss Fuak, we say Gamoon, and Miss Lily Yang, aka Feifei, we say Shay Shay. And lastly, we would like to show special appreciation to Doctors Laura Mead and Brad Harris and say your knowledge in preparing us for this trip was amazing, thoughtful, and well coordinated.